Fortnite, a game that redefined not just how we play, but how we live, dream, and interact with the world. From the playgrounds to the boardrooms, Fortnite's impact is everywhere. Today, we're diving deep into how this game didn't just change the gaming industry, it changed the world forever. Let's start with one of Fortnite's most profound impacts, the way it has reshaped dreams and aspirations. Not long ago, when you asked a child what they wanted to be when they grew up, the answers were predictable: a professional athlete, a movie star, maybe even a doctor or astronaut. But today, more and more kids are saying something different. They want to be streamers and content creators. In fact, according to a 2023 survey, over 30% of children aged 8 to 12 in the United States now list YouTuber or streamer as their top career aspiration. This is a radical shift from just a decade ago, when traditional careers like athlete or actor topped the list. And it's not just a Western phenomenon. This trend is global. Fortnite has made streaming a universal dream. This shift in dreams is largely due to Fortnite. The game didn't just popularize streaming, it made it glamorous, achievable, and desirable. Streamers like Ninja, Myth, and Tfue became household names, their lives and careers followed by millions. For the first time, gaming wasn't just a hobby, it was a legitimate career path, and a highly lucrative one at that. When it comes to streamers that set a new standard, Ninja in particular stands out. He wasn't just playing Fortnite, he was crafting an empire, showing new levels to streaming that no streamer has seen before, breaking records for subscribers, viewers, and followers. His streams were entertaining, yes, but they were also personal, allowing viewers to connect with him on a level that traditional celebrities couldn't match, using Twitch chat and Discord. This connection was powerful. It inspired millions of kids to see themselves in Ninja, to believe that they too could make a living doing something they love, playing video games. And Ninja's success wasn't an isolated incident. Streamers like Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx had been around for years streaming, playing games like Overwatch and Gears of War. But Fortnite catapulted them into a new stratosphere of fame, something they've never seen or could even dream of before. Their personalities, combined with their skill in the game, drew in massive audiences. Fortnite gave them a platform to reach millions, and they seized it. The economic impact is just as significant. The global audience for gaming video content exceeded 900 million in 2023, and the industry is projected to surpass a $665 billion valuation by 2030. This is more than just a trend, it's a fundamental shift in how media is consumed and how careers are built. Fortnite didn't just create a new kind of star, it created an entirely new industry. Now let's break down how this shift in aspirations plays out in real life. Kids aren't just watching streamers, they're emulating them. They're learning how to edit videos, manage social media, and build online communities. These are skills that a decade ago were reserved for media professionals. Today, these skills are being taught in bedrooms and basements around the world, all thanks to the influence of Fortnite and its most famous players. Fortnite has changed the way to become famous. No longer is it necessary to be a movie star or a sports hero to achieve celebrity status. With a good internet connection, a camera, and a bit of skill, anyone can become a star. This is the dream that Fortnite has made possible. Fortnite made it acceptable, even desirable, to be a full-time content creator, paving the way for future generations of streamers. Let's dive into how Fortnite didn't just dominate the gaming scene, it reshaped it entirely. And if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. I'm less than 500 subscribers away from 1,000, and it would really mean a lot to me. Before Fortnite, the Battle Royale genre was still in its infancy. It was still very young. Games like PUBG and H1Z1 had laid the groundwork of Battle Royales, but it was Fortnite that truly took this genre mainstream. Fortnite's success was so overwhelming that it forced other major franchises to take notice and to take action. This led directly to the creation of some of the most popular games today, including Warzone and Apex Legends. But these games didn't just appear out of nowhere, they were a direct response to Fortnite's dominance. Let's break it down. When Fortnite exploded onto the scene, it brought with it a level of accessibility and fun that other games struggled to match. It was free to play, available on multiple platforms, and it was consistently updated with new content every week. This was a game designed to be a global phenomenon, and it succeeded. Seeing this success, companies like Activison and EA realized they needed to adapt. They couldn't afford to ignore the Battle Royale trend that Fortnite had made so popular. And so, we saw the birth of Warzone and Apex Legends, two games that have become juggernauts in their own right, but that owe a significant part of their success to the trail that was blazed by Fortnite. Warzone, for example, capitalized on the Call of Duty brand's massive existing fan base, but it was Fortnite that showed Activision the potential of a free-to-play Battle Royale game. Warzone's launch in 2020 was met with immediate success, reaching 15 million players in just 4 days. This kind of rapid adoption was only possible because Fortnite had already familiarized millions of players with the Battle Royale format. Apex Legends took a slightly different approach, blending the Battle Royale genre with hero-based gameplay elements, something that hadn't been done before on such a scale. When it launched, it hit 25 million players in its first week, an incredible achievement. But again, this success was built on the foundation that Fortnite had laid out already. Fortnite didn't just create competitors, it created a genre that became a cornerstone of the modern gaming landscape. And the numbers back this up. The Battle Royale genre was valued at over $20 billion in 2023, with Fortnite accounting for a significant portion of that market share. The genre's growth was unexpected, and it all started with Fortnite. But what makes this even more interesting is how Fortnite's influence extends beyond just these direct competitors. It set a new standard for what players expect from their games. Regular updates, engaging content, and a strong community. This has forced other games, even those outside of the Battle Royale genre, to adapt and innovate to keep up. In short, Fortnite didn't just create a trend, it redefined what players expect from a modern video game, forcing the entire industry to step up its game. The Battle Royale genre is now a permanent fixture in gaming, and Fortnite was the catalyst that made it all happen. But Fortnite's influence isn't confined to the gaming world. Perhaps one of its most significant impacts has been the way it brought together two previously separate worlds, gaming and mainstream culture. This collision of worlds has changed how people perceive gaming and has elevated it to a new level of cultural significance. 10-20 years ago, gaming was just something that kids or nerds played. Now it's just an average, everyday hobby for a good portion of the world. The first major sign of the shift was Ninja's stream with Drake, the hip-hop artist. This wasn't just a gaming session, it was a cultural event. For the first time, a global superstar from the music industry was actively engaging with the gaming community in a public, highly visible way. The stream shattered records, pulling in over 600,000 live viewers, and marked a turning point in how gaming was perceived by the mainstream media. This wasn't just about numbers, it was about legitimacy. Gaming was no longer something that happened in the background, it was front and center, with major celebrities and athletes wanting to be a part of the action. Ninja's stream with Drake was the spark, and the fire that followed was a complete redefinition of what gaming could be. And of course, Fortnite didn't stop there. The game became a platform for some of the most innovative crossovers in entertainment history. The Travis Scott concert in Fortnite is a perfect example. This wasn't just a concert, it was an experience. Over 12 million players logged in to watch Travis Scott perform in a virtual space, blurring the lines between music, gaming, and social interaction. This event was groundbreaking, not just for its scale, but for what it represented. A new way of experiencing entertainment. It showed that gaming could be more than just playing a game. It could be a venue for cultural events that reach millions of people simultaneously. Then there are the countless collaborations Fortnite has done with major brands and franchises. Marvel, Star Wars, the NFL, and many more. Each of these partnerships brought something new to the game, whether it was iconic skins, special events, or even entire seasons themed around these collaborations. These crossovers have done more than just sell merchandise. They've made Fortnite a cultural hub where different aspects of entertainment come together. For many players, Fortnite is more than just a game. It's a place where their favorite aspects of pop culture converge in new and exciting ways. Fortnite didn't just create a game, it created a platform for the future of interactive entertainment. This collision of worlds has fundamentally changed how we experience culture. And again, it all started with Fortnite. And finally, we can't talk about Fortnite's impact without discussing the power of brand deals. Fortnite has redefined what's possible when it comes to collaborations between games and major brands, creating partnerships that have generated massive revenue and left a lasting impact on the industry. Fortnite's collaboration with Marvel is perhaps the most famous example. The partnership began with the release of Avengers-themed content, which included new skins, emotes, and game modes. But it didn't stop there. This collaboration evolved into a multi-year partnership, which included an entire season of Fortnite dedicated to Marvel heroes. The financial impact of this partnership was staggering. It's estimated that the Marvel-themed content alone generated over $1 billion in microtransactions. This success wasn't just a one-off. It demonstrated the immense potential of combining popular franchises with the Fortnite platform. Fortnite's collaborations with other brands have been equally impactful. Nike, for example, partnered with Fortnite to release exclusive Jordan-branded skins and emotes. These collaborations brought in millions of dollars and further cemented Fortnite's status as a cultural phenomenon. But perhaps the most significant brand partnership is with Disney. In 2020, Disney invested over $1 billion into Fortnite as part of their long-term strategy. This partnership has already led to numerous in-game events and crossovers, including Star Wars-themed content and the integration of Disney's Marvel characters. Disney's investment shows just how much faith major companies have in Fortnite as a platform for future growth. Fortnite has shown that when done right, these collaborations can enhance the game, bringing new content and excitement while also strengthening the connection players have with their favorite brands. For example, the LEGO game mode. These deals have had a ripple effect across the industry. Other games and companies have taken notice, leading to a new era of collaboration between gaming and other entertainment sectors. Fortnite set the standard, and now everyone is trying to catch up. In conclusion, Fortnite's brand deals have done more than just generate revenue. They've redefined what's possible in the gaming industry. By partnering with major brands, Fortnite created a new model for how games can interact with the broader cultural landscape. And in doing so, it has left a lasting legacy that will shape the future of gaming for years to come. So there you have it. Fortnite isn't just a game, it's a force of nature that has changed careers, industries, and even the dreams of the next generation. It's a game that made streaming a career, forced gaming giants to innovate, brought together gaming and mainstream culture, and transformed how brands engage with audiences. Fortnite has done more than just entertain. It's shaped the world that we live in today. And as we look to the future, one thing is certain: Fortnite's influence is far from over.